Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Okay, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in today. And in case you need a reference point in time and space, it's the beginning of the week. I don't know how lost that weekend was, but hope you had a great weekend and did all the things that you needed to do to, get your life organized and find some sort of balance. We're with you Monday through Friday, by the way, 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. For those of you who are new to the show or just happened upon it today, and it airs live 9 to 11 Eastern Time. And since it's syndicated coast to coast, including Hawaii, it does air at different times in different markets. You have to check your local listings to see. And please support your local radio station that airs the show. Dr. Jeffery Burke will be along today. He's going to talk about Astaxanthin, which been around a while. I mean, it's been around a long time. But when I say been around a while but more recently has become popular, that's sort of what happens. There's a lot of things that you see trending, different therapies, nutritional strategies, different kinds of diets, supplements, nutritional protocols of one sort or another that gain popularity and trend for a while, and then they fall off, and then something comes in. This happens. More recent, Astaxanthin has had some popularity more recently. It seems to sustain. Its popularity seems to sustain, and for good reason. And he'll talk about that, and not only its benefits, but how these companies, these different supplement companies, what they do with the raw material. That's what becomes important, and ultimately the manufacturing process. It's raw materials, manufacturing. By the time it gets to a store where you purchase the product, it has a label on it. It's in some sort of container, one sort or another. But there's a lot has happened before you put it in your hand and purchase it. And we talk about that, try to illuminate and educate about what is the raw material, where did they get the raw material, how did they handle the raw material, can you be assured that it's a quality raw material, how would you know, from one company to another. Makes a difference. Makes a big difference. After all, if you're going to put something in your body, you want to take some special care and time to consider what it is. I find it interesting that people will spend a lot of time and give a lot of effort and consideration to what they put on their body. But I wonder if they're just as meticulous and concerned about what they put inside their body as to what they put on their body, like their clothes, for example. I don't know. I'll bet some people spend more time making decisions about clothing than they do about what they're going to eat. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I don't know. I don't know what Stephen thinks about that. but or Josh or you for that matter too. I would like people to spend just as much time considering what they eat as to what they wear. Now, I know some people could give one hoot about what they wear and somebody else is dressing them. Usually these guys, it's their girlfriend or their wife or somebody buying their clothes. But a lot of people spend a lot of time about what they put on their body, but not as much time what they put inside their body. What do you guys think?
Well, I've spent 20-something years dressing myself in the style that I dress now, so I'm pretty much concerned with what I'm putting inside my body. And,
well,
being involved with the show has helped.
Okay, well, Stephen, what do you think? Do you think people spend they spend as much time thinking about what they put inside their body as to what clothing they buy and put on their body? What do you think?
Of course not.
Of course not?
Yeah. I mean, it's also one of those things where when we eat, I've said it before, we don't eat to fuel ourselves, and we eat because we're hungry. And also, when you're putting in that junk and whatever inside your body, you don't see the effects. It's a buildup over a long time, so you're not really concerned because you don't see what it's doing to your arteries or whatever.
Right, so if you put on a stupid outfit and you look in a mirror.
Yeah, I mean, you're like, oh, man, I look ridiculous.
Right.
Did Josh dress me today?
Thanks, Steve.
There you go. There you go. How you like that? You got a little dig in there.
It's all right.
Well,
I could take him on the chin.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. But please, what we're trying to do is raise consciousness around here about a lot of different things. I'm not delusional, and I'm not thinking for one split nanosecond that just because we mention something, people are going to rush out and change their behavior. And no, it doesn't work like that. But we talk about persuasion takes a long time. And so if you raise children, been involved in a relationship, you know what it's like to persuade somebody. Been in business, it's a big effort. So, yeah, 877-897-8255. There were a couple of stories trending this morning. One of my favorite topics, of course, salt, sugar, and fat that's found in food. What was trending today was a story on fructose. Now, of course, nutritionally, fructose is found in fruit for sure. It's a sugar. It's a carbohydrate. But fructose is also used as an added sugar. Food manufacturers will put high concentrations of fructose in food to make it sweeter. And this has led to a lot of difficulties with and problems, one of which has been people gaining weight and becoming overweight or obese. Now, fructose is not the only suspect that's committing this sort of health crime. It's not, but it's a contributor. Well, there's some consequences with consuming a lot of fructose, whether it's in high fructose corn syrup or whatever form. And the study out of the University of California at Los Angeles, UCLA, said that consuming fructose, which is a sugar as common to the Western diet as white bread is, alters, notice now, hundreds of what? Genes that are linked to chronic diseases, many of them. So reported these life scientists from UCLA. But there's a piece of good news here. What they also found in this experiment was that omega-3 fatty acids, in particular DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, seem to reverse the harmful effects or changes that the fructose brought about and associated with these genes. And it was a range of diseases that the fructose affected in terms genetically. Everything from cardiovascular disease, from Alzheimer's to diabetes, to cardiovascular disease, to attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and so on. And in Alzheimer's in particular is linked to changes or to genes in your brain. The DHA happens to be a compound that the brain loves and seem to moderate the effects of the consumption of high fructose relative to the brain. I have another study, an earlier study, that says the same thing. I'll report on this. But it does seem that the combination, and I'll give you another study yet, that talks about the combination of sugar and fat together. Man, that's lethal.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Formulated to support a whole body healthy inflammation response, an ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local fine health food store.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted Best Independent Chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Sometimes it doesn't seem fair, does it, that the things that we really have a natural inclination to eat and a taste for can get us into so much trouble. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. You know, we evolved as a species to crave, like, and go for salt, sugar, and fat. There's a reason for that. We won't get into that today. That's a theme for, I could do a week's worth of shows on food and evolution and how we've come to where we are in our relationship with food. But nevertheless, we certainly like the taste, the smell, the feel of fat in our mouth, sugar, salt. We just love it. And food manufacturers figured that out and have hired a bunch of food scientists, PhDs, and all kinds of experts to help them manufacture foods to get people to keep consuming them in large quantities. And it's gotten us into trouble. The Western diet is generally now, I know what the government and other health organizations say what the Western diet should be. What it is another matter. And when that diet gets imported into other cultures, things go bad quickly. And there's evidence that's not just some empty opinion. There's evidence to support what I just said. There are example after example. And that diet has been imported into other cultures and with great consequences. And two of the features are sugar and fat. I was just reporting on fructose alters hundreds of brain genes. But the DHA, it's a fatty acid, which is a good fat, alters the effects or moderates the effects of the disruption, genetic disruption to the brain and other systems of the body, but in particular the brain. The DHA is focused on the brain. The brain loves DHA. DHA, one of the researchers in the Dr. Yang, senior author of the study, said DHA changes not just one or two genes. It seems to push the entire gene pattern back to normal after it's been exposed, he's implying, to fructose. And he said we can see why it has such a powerful effect. Now, DHA is part of the membrane that surrounds the cells of the brain, but not in large enough quantity to help fight diseases. So the brain, and Dr. Fernando Gomez Pina, UCLA professor of neurosurgery, said the brain and the body are deficient in the machinery to make DHA. That's why it's called an essential fatty acid. It's essential that you get it from the diet. That's what that means. So not all fat is unhealthy. EPA, DHA, omega-6 up to a point. High concentrations of some of the more unhealthy saturated fats is what gets us in trouble a lot. So not all fat, you should not misinterpret what I'm saying about when I say fat. Not all fat is unhealthy, and we need it. Most Americans get most of their fructose in foods that are sweetened with high fructose corn syrup, which is an very inexpensive, cost-effective, easy to handle and manufacturing compound. It's a liquid sweetener made from cornstarch and it's, you find it in sweetened drinks, syrups, and so on. The Department of Agriculture estimates that Americans consume on average about 27 pounds take note, 27 pounds of high fructose corn syrup in the year that they studied, which was 2014. You'll find fructose in most baby food and in fruit. The redeeming value of fruit is that it has fiber in it, so it moderates the effect of the fructose. It gets turned into glucose, and you don't get a big glucose push into the bloodstream from the small intestine and insulin levels rising. The fiber moderates that. So that's why eating fruit, you don't have to worry about getting too much fructose from eating fruit. You do have to worry about getting too much fructose from drinking juice. I am not a fan of high consumption of fruit juices. I won't get into the details of the study. Suffice it to say that with the experiment, what they found was when they put the lab animals on a diet of high fructose, they had a hard time negotiating through a maze. Then they had a group where they gave them high fructose corn syrup and DHA, and they were able to negotiate their way through the maze. And there's more to it, but you get the point. Dr. Jeffery Burke will be my guest. Now, when you add sugar to a high-fat Western diet, and I'm not talking about Texas, I'm talking about Western culture, it's worse than a high-fat diet by itself. So that combination, high fructose, high-fat diet, has harmful effects to the livers of in the experiment when they were using rats. It damaged their livers. The study showed that short-term consumption of a Western diet rich in saturated fats and fructose is more damaging for healthy liver development than following a high-fat diet alone. So when you put those two things in combination, really creates a problem. Guess what? That's the way they make the food. They always put them in, not always, but often they're found in combination. High saturated fat, lots of fructose. Bingo.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in. Wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. 877-897-8255. That's a toll-free number. And you can call the show anytime you want. Listen to what we're talking about. You'll catch the theme. But then again, you may have something on your mind that's not related to what we're talking about, and that's okay too. I'll still take your call. You can take the time to listen. I'll take the time to talk to you. Dr. Jeffery Burke is my guest. Dr. Burke was on my show recently and is on again today, and I appreciate him getting up. He's out there, I'm sure, in the West Coast in Vegas, and so it's a little early, so I appreciate him getting up and doing a talk show. I've done that myself at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. Yikes. Dr. Burke, I guess you're awake. You've had some coffee and you're ready to roll, right?
I've been up for a while. The horses are fed and I'm ready to go.
Oh, you have horses?
Yeah, many.
Many horses?
Many horses, yeah. We're raining out here today in Las Vegas, so it's a little bit of a difference for us in the weather, but oh my goodness, I've been up for a couple hours.
I know you want to talk about Astaxanthin, but now I got to talk about your horses for a minute. What kind of horses do you have?
I have quarter horses and paints. We have quite a few of them.
How did you get into this?
Oh, I was raised around animals when I was a kid, so it was funny. My whole childhood, I thought to myself, I couldn't wait to get away from animals. I said, no more dogs, no more horses, and now I have lots of horses and lots of dogs.
Let me ask you, what are some lessons you've learned from those animals, from the horses? Either life lessons, whatever. Have you learned anything about life yourself in working with these animals?
I think animals teach us a better way of looking at life, that simple things can really lead to great relaxation and pleasure, and that we don't need all the bells and whistles to enjoy our life. And I think they ground us. And every time that I'm having a very, very stressful day, when I am out with my animals, it seems like it brings a calmness, and it reminds me that, unconditional love is amazing, and so is being able to get back to the basics.
Have they taught you anything about nutrition?
It's interesting. I was talking with someone the other day about this. It was so funny. He said, you've got to eat all these high-calorie foods to put on weight, and, there's no such thing as a vegetarian being able to put on good weight and good muscle. And I said, well, you can tell that to my 1,100-pound horse. We kind of had a good laugh over that. And I said, my horse eats grain and alfalfa and grass, and he has more muscles and is stronger than you could ever imagine yourself being, and he is a vegetarian.
They are not carnivores.
No.
Not interested at all.
Not interested at all.
Have you ever tried to feed a horse a steak?
No,
you're too smart for that.
Yeah, I don't think they would do anything with it anyway, because they love their grain, they love vegetarian diets, and it's just what makes them who they are. And I would never try to make a dog a vegetarian. It's a different kind of a creature, but, it's just interesting that we have a mindset that we have to do something a certain way to end up a certain way, and sometimes we're surprised that eating healthy and getting back to basics can not only provide variety, but can also really, truly provide a healthier life.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Jeffery Burke is my guest. Dr. Burke, by the way, has his own health talk show. It's called Staying Healthy. You can go to, it's radiowithjeff.com, and you can get to his website that way, of course, and to him and to his show. You've been doing this, you've been on the radio a long time, a lot longer than I have. You've been on there, 20, 30 years or something?
This is my 34th year.
My God. How old are you, 92?
36.
That's the math.
You know, it does go fast.
I know. You feel like 36, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Good day.
Yeah. I gave a talk this weekend at a vendor conference. I was talking about health talk radio in the 21st century and what it needs to be doing, and that the old paradigm of health talk radio is not going to work in the 21st century. I'm just curious, what do you think health talk radio, one of the most important things health talk radio needs to do in the 21st century? I'm just curious what you think about that.
I think that we ourselves have to keep our shows relevant. I think it's wonderful to be able to educate people on the things that have been in our life and who made us who we are today, and go through all the past information that's available. But I really think that today we're in a different world. And I think nutrition not only needs to be educated in a relevant way, but it needs to be applicable in a relevant way. I think we also need to make sure that in the technological age that we live in, that the availability of radio has to be as convenient as possible, which means, and like I do myself, I podcast, I make it available for people so they have the availability of being able to download at their time, at their convenience. And, and I wasn't really sure if that was a really good idea, but I think without podcasting, I think without having the availability in a 24-hour world, we're going to miss an audience that otherwise might be able to be educated and be able to take away the information that we're trying to dispel from our guests and from our studies.
It's funny you and I know you weren't at my talk because I didn't see you in the audience, but it's funny you mention that, because that's one of the things that I focused on, was one of the elements that health talk radio in the 21st century needs to become more technologically connected. And what I mean by that, for example, this show, it streams. And the reason why we're streaming it is because millennials, younger people, even some of the middle-aged and older people love to stream. And so we stream the show. And we're in social media, of course, the internet, all the things that you just said. And why are we doing that? Because we're trying to connect to more people and just to connect. And one of the things that I said, I don't know how you feel about this, I said that health talk radio in the past has focused on the elderly, the sick, and the infirmed. It has not devoted enough time and attention to children, adolescents, teenagers, and young adults, and healthy people. It seems to me the greatest challenge of health talk radio in the 21st century is to reach healthy people and to educate them. There's always room for improvement, Dr. Burke, and that's a hard audience to get. I'll get your reaction to that. You may disagree about what health talk radio used to be. I think it needs to gather and collect and get to and connect with healthy people, healthy young people, and to educate them, and children especially. And they do that through their parents primarily. But we'll come back with Dr. Burke. We're going to talk about astaxanthin.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA-certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX. a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
At Nordic Naturals, we know that a commitment to deliver the world's safest, most effective omega oils requires an exceptional process. That's why we manage every step of production, from boat to bottle. That includes sustainably sourcing wild-caught fish from well-managed fisheries. It means using state-of-the-art equipment and technology at our manufacturing plant in Arctic Norway. Nordic Naturals bottles and encapsulates our omega-3s at our own facility and carefully ships products from our eco-friendly headquarters in California. The result? Nordic Naturals products have received more than 40 awards for taste, innovation, and product excellence. You can trust the quality of Nordic Naturals products and know you're getting all the health benefits omega-3 fish oils offer. Nordic Naturals' high-quality, great-tasting omega-3s make staying healthy easier for you and your family. When choosing an omega-3 fish oil product, choose the #1 fish oil in the U.S. Choose Nordic Naturals. Available at natural product retailers or online at nordicnaturals.com.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natrol, Own Your Health, Algalife, Algae for Life, NeoCell, the true science of collagen, CV Sciences, from seed to shelf, New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace, now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dr. Burke is my guest, Jeffrey Burke. Pay a visit to his website. Dr. Burke, of course, is a talk show health talk show host himself, and I always take advantage of the opportunity when I have guests such as Dr. Burke to get their point of view about different things. I know they come on to talk about X, Y, or Z, and then I'm talking about A, B, and C. They probably want to choke me, but that's okay. 877. I'm sure Dr. Burke has done that more than a few times himself. 877-897-8255. What did you make of my comment about talk radio in the 20th century focused a lot on, it seemed to anyway, elderly people who are not in great health, but somewhere along the line, children, adolescents, teenagers, young people, not part of the conversation as much.
Well, I think you're right on. But I mean, we're coming from a place where geriatric health conditions were what we talked about, because at that point in time, the younger individuals were a lot healthier. The diets were healthy. The standard of life was healthier. The pollution was lower. And the alternatives for unhealthy food, were not as vast. Now, today, those walls have come down, and those one-time old age geriatric conditions that we always talked about have trickled down to the younger folks. So our vast, amount of knowledge and expertise now needs to be focused on everybody. We have to talk preventively. We have to talk about healthy protocols. We have to address these things at a younger age, because they're not just happening when they're old anymore. They're now happening all throughout people's lives at a much younger time.
That's right.
So our focus has changed. I agree 100%.
Sure, we have youngsters 8, 9, 10, 11 years old taking high blood pressure meds, cholesterol-lowering drugs, orthopedic issues. It's just astonishing. And just one more point, I said that radio in the 21st century needs to become more environmental. I know that in the past, Health Talk Radio did talk about toxic world and all that. But oftentimes on my show, Dr. Burke, I report on climate change, food scarcity, and those kinds of issues that I think bear upon the health, wellness, and well-being of the planet, as well as us as part of people that occupy the planet. And some people, I get questions all the time, Dr. Garka, why are you talking about climate change? That had nothing to do with health. I'm thinking, well, you need to listen to my show, and we'll try to educate you about it. That has everything to do with health. So I find myself talking more about more environmentally associated issues on the shows. How about yourself?
I agree 100%. And because of the streaming factor, I pick people up all over the United States and in countries all over the world. And I have a good listening audience. And each of them take away something different, because what's going on in their neighborhood, in their world, may be directly affected by those things like scarcity of food and climate change, where it might not be affecting somebody in the middle of New York. It may be affecting somebody in Russia or Poland or Canada or around the world. So we have to be able to bring this information. We never know who is listening, and we have to be able to provide it to not only keep them interested, but also keep them informed.
And if those of you who are listening and watching the show, and you can watch it at letstalknutrition.com, you see me asking Dr. Burke these questions. He didn't know I didn't talk to him before going on air. So I had in my mind to ask him these kinds of questions. And you can hear from his responses that he's very well dialed in, very informed. And I spent a few moments doing this with him because the show is about educating. Even though we're talking about radio, it still is a way of communicating to you and communicating directly even how maybe to think about health and wellness and well-being and an approach and what's driving the conversation, especially with talk show hosts that are doing this kind of work. So I know you wanted to focus on astaxanthin, which is an interesting compound. There's a company called Algalife. We talked a little bit about them, and you're an educator for them. I guess I don't mean to misrepresent. I don't know what your relationship is with them. I see you as an educator, but maybe you should tell me rather than me.
Well, I love the line. I really do. And I am representing them on the radio, but primarily because of the fact that the quality and the integrity of their line meets the standards that I require for me to be able to chat with them. I mean, doing this as long as we have now, we do have the availability of being selective about the companies that we want to talk about. And, this company brings everything. It's pure, it's clean, it's natural, it's environmentally controlled, it's grown in a way that protects us, the consumer, and brings us a quality product. And to me, that's what it's all about. Today we as consumers get to be selective as well. So if we bring the consumer much more of an educated choice for them and a quality way of choosing nutrition, they get the results, and they're going to come back and get the results again rather than just with the misinformation that's out there. Try
Sure.
something once and never try anything again.
Is Algalife a European-based company?
Yes, it is. And to me, one of the things that I find to be very, very effective about this is the Icelandic mentality. You know, the Icelandic tap water over there is so clean that it's as effective as any of the clean waters that we drink and the filtered waters that we buy in our own country.
When's the last time you took a drink of water out of the faucet?
I can't tell you. I had hair back then. It was a long time ago.
You had hair back
A
then.
long time ago. So,
I can't tell you. I don't even. When I last drank out of a fountain, glass of water from the faucet, I can't either, Dr. Burke. I can't. I never thought we would come to a day when you would buy water, for heaven's sake.
No.
So that's
I feel exactly the same.
It's crazy. You know, that's an Icelandic fact on their website. If you go to Alga, A-L-G-A, Life, L-I-F-E, AlgalifeUSA.com, one of their Icelandic facts is Icelandic tap water is pure spring water. It's never treated with additives such as chlorine. My God, the water here, treated? That they just mentioned chlorine. What about all the other chemicals that they're putting in the water to treat it? Right?
I know.
And of course, that tragedy in Flint, Michigan, what they didn't do. And now we have just a horrible, it's such a, I'm on a loss for words what happened to those people and those children. And it was water. My God, we can do better than this. 877-897-8255. Dr. Jeffery Burke is my guest. We're going to bring him over into the second hour, zero in on Astaxanthin. And it's a compound that has great merits, great medicinal properties and benefits for people, and it makes for an interesting narrative. Stay tuned, learn more. It's an interesting company, too, Algalife. You heard Dr. Burke. He's pretty selective. He's been doing this a long time, so he's not going to just line up with anybody. So I'm sure he had good reasons and purpose to align himself and help educate for Algalife. We'll come back. We'll talk with Dr. Burke some more. We'll talk with you, and we'll continue this conversation. You're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, Coast to Coast.
statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition and welcome back. If you carried over from the first portion of the show, Dr. Jeffery Burke is my guest today. We're talking about one thing only, but there's a lot to talk about. Astaxanthin. And I spent some time this morning. I went on PubMed and I typed in Astaxanthin, right? Because this is an evidence-based show. I'm not just interested in opinions. I'm interested in informed opinions. And there's enough research on Astaxanthin that you'll spend a considerable amount of time trying to wade through it. Scores, if not hundreds of articles about Astaxanthin and the research surrounding it. It's impressive, and for good reason. And Dr. Burke is going to talk about that. And he's an educator for Algalife, and they have a nice Astaxanthin product, and he thinks it's especially nice, and he'll give you the reasons why. And you may want to ask some questions or make some comment. Now, there are a lot of supplements to take, no doubt about it. You can't take everything. I get this question all the time. I can't take everything. What will give me the most bang for my nutritional buck, what health buck, whatever? Seems that Astaxanthin would be one of those supplements, if you take it in the form of a supplement, not just getting it from food, that where you can, I think, benefit in a number of different ways. Everything from cardiovascular health to your cognitive functioning to reducing inflammation, oxidative stress. It's pretty interesting, and a lot of work done on its antioxidant properties. And of course, if you listen to the show, we talk a lot about that on the show, antioxidants, inflammation, and free radicals, and all of that and sometimes in a pretty technical way, but hopefully an entertaining way. And Astaxanthin is unique, has a unique molecular structure, which gives it this powerful antioxidant potential, and it's able to engage these free radicals, these what they're called singlet oxygen and scavenging free radicals. How it does that, it's interesting. And it can inhibit low-density lipoprotein oxidation, of course, which would damage your. If you can limit it, that's less damage to your arteries, for sure. So hence a contribution to cardiovascular health. It can improve oxidative stress, inflammation, lipid metabolism, glucose metabolism. You're getting the drift here. So if you're interested in, as I said, some people just don't want to take a lot of pills or powders and whatnot, or supplements generally. They want to take a few, and they're very selective. This would be one of those things to include in that repertoire. Dr. Burke is my guest, Jeffery Burke. I invite you to encourage you to visit his website, and he has his own radio show, and he's been doing this a long time. If you go to www.radiowithjeff.com, you can get in touch with Dr. Burke. Dr. Burke, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Dr. Garko. I appreciate it.
Sure. And there is a robust body of scientific work on astaxanthin, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. And just to take what you said just a minute ago, we can't take everything. You're right. And my viewpoint on what we take has changed dramatically over the last couple decades. I think today when people ask me pinpointedly, what are some of the basic things we should be looking at? The first thing I say is a good multiple vitamin and a probiotic and a vitamin D. But I used to always say a lot of extra C, a lot of extra E, a lot of extra coenzyme Q10 and alpha-lipoic acid. And then I started doing studies on astaxanthin a while back. And I found out that, you're dealing with a free radical scavenger that's about 6,000 times stronger than a vitamin C and, 800 times stronger than a CoQ10. And when you take a look at the research, you think to yourself, this is something I want in my nutritional regime. Mm-hmm. I want to be stronger. I want to be healthier. And we're not just scavenging, the free radicals. We're supporting the blood-brain barrier. We're helping with inflammation. We're dealing with joint health and muscle health and ligament health and our immune system and, helping to protect the UV protection to our skin cells. And these are the things that we're dealing with every day. And we talked at the beginning of your show about people being proactive. I think that a multiple vitamin and some astaxanthin, if you get a quality astaxanthin, you can do dramatic things for your health today as well as your health down the road. So, yes, I'm a very, very big believer, and it's part of my daily routine, and I enjoy it very much because I know what I'm doing today is good. It's noticeable.
Sure.
But I'm hoping what I'm doing down the road is going to be even better.
Absolutely. Now, there are some things that people can eat, drink, or otherwise take in a form of a supplement, and you notice some effect right away, right? Sometimes, though, there are compounds you take, and you may not notice anything, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening biologically or physiologically with respect to your body. Astaxanthin is one of those things that seems to me some people do claim, though, it gives them energy, but it seems to work more quietly. It's one of those things you take. When you look, you don't have to take it blindly and say, well, I hope it's working. When you look at the science, there's much to convince you and persuade you that it's going to make a contribution to your health. It's a carotenoid, and these carotenoids, we've really come to understand and appreciate them. There are form of, antioxidants, which play such an important role in reducing oxidative damage to human organism, to humans. But I was looking at an article. It was in Polish, by the way, because you had mentioned Poland earlier. It was sort of ironic because I had in front of me an article. It's in Polish. It's entitled "Carotenoids as Natural Antioxidants." And a quote from the article says, quote, in English, "Carotenoids are among the strongest antioxidants," close quote. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. And before I used to think it was something different, but look at our field, how we've progressed. I mean, we've had to change our mentality as well as we've gone along because of studies and research. And, we had the bare basics, when I first started 40 years ago, and being on the air for now 34 years, I've had to change the things I talk about, but relevancy. Yep. We've had no choice but to, but I'm glad it's because everything is getting better and more digestible and more available to our bodies.
Sure.
And yeah, I've changed my viewpoint, but right now it's at the top of my must category of supplementation.
And I'm quoting again from this article, and it said, quote, "Astaxanthin is a stronger antioxidant compared to beta-carotene, vitamin E, and vitamin C, respectively, 54, 14, and 65 times stronger." That's a remarkable statement.
Well, to jump on that as well, I don't think that people should stop taking those supplements, but get yourself a good quality multiple vitamin today that has all of those other things that we used to take a lot of them separately. Get a good combination blend today, because multiple vitamins today are completely different than they were a decade or two ago. You can get a multiple vitamin. It may be a 2, 3, or a 4-day supplement, but you're getting all those other things. And then you're able to pinpoint things like astaxanthin on top of it to really take you to another level of great health, both preventively and medicinally.
Mm-hmm. Carotenoids is natural antioxidants, and in specific, astaxanthin. And I sort of like the language in this article. The writers say carotenoids have a salutary effect on our body, making it more resistant and strong to fight chronic diseases, close quote. So we're trying to give you some reasons. We're not trying to inform you here. I'm trying to persuade you to at least consider including astaxanthin in your day-to-day regimen.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes? Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show and whatever you may be doing. Dr. Jeffrey Burke is my guest, talking about astaxanthin. It's a remarkable compound, just absolutely remarkable. A little sidebar here. I was looking at the news. I'm always tracking what's going on. And we happen to have listeners in Belarus, okay, because I receive emails from them. They might even be listening today. There's a disturbing story that's trending. The headline on it was, it's an AP exclusive, Test finds Chernobyl residue in Belarus milk. You remember the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, right? And in the article, they point out that on the edge of Belarus, Chernobyl exclusion zone, down the road from signs warning, stop radiation, a dairy farmer offers his visitors a glass of freshly drawn milk. Associated Press reporters politely decline the drink, but pass on a bottled sample to a laboratory, which confirms it contains levels of radioactive isotope at levels 10 times higher than the nation's food safety limits, close quote from the AP. We live in an interconnected world. I keep saying this is a toxic world. Yeah, you think, it's happening over there. It's not going to. Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way. This is interdependently. We are interdependently connected. Dr. Burke, welcome back.
Thank you.
Just a sidebar. It was just a sidebar. I was struck by the headline. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know what we're doing. But I have to ask you this question. You've been doing this work a long time. And you're a thoughtful guy, and I can tell. I mean, I've never met you, and we haven't spent much time talking except on the radio. I hope I get a chance sometime in the future that we can sit face to face and chat for a while. I'd love to do it. But I can tell you're thoughtful and you're passionate about what you do. We're all going to die of something, and if it's not an accident, if we don't die from an accident or some catastrophic event, we're going to die of some disease or some illness. Given all that you've learned and worked, over these many years and studied and observed, what worries you the most personally in terms of getting sick?
Losing my memory. I think that's the thing that scares me the most. There is, in my genetic lines, I think everybody has a genetic predisposition to something. I think we can alter it in many ways, but I think that's the one thing that I know that is the most frustrating to me is the idea of losing my memory. And because of it, I take a lot of supplementation to help my brain stay as focused as possible. And, what we do every day is a challenging to the brain, where I find that a lot of people, when we get older, we stop challenging our brain and we stop using it to the degree that it needs to be challenged. So I think that to me would be the worst, would be losing my memory and not being able to do what I do.
Wow. Some people fear suffering from dementia in some form or another, Alzheimer's or whatever, more than they fear death itself. They say, I would rather die than suffer from that disease.
I agree.
I appreciate you entertaining the question. I didn't know if you were going to decline it or not.
No, not at all.
Do you think astaxanthin helps ameliorate or sort of moderate some of your concern about that?
Yeah, I do. And because it has the availability of breaking the blood-brain barrier, I think that a lot of times with Alzheimer's and dementia, people think everything is genetically predisposed, but like we were talking about, the milk being contaminated by Chernobyl, and we think about what's in the air and the processing of the foods we're eating and the overuse of medications and preservatives and pesticides and the things that are coming at us every single day, no matter how clean we want to keep our lifestyle. These things get into our bodies. either through our skin or through the air we breathe or the food we consume. And I think a lot of these things end up floating around the body. And I think the poisoning that we are getting, exposed to on a daily basis, either by our own fork or by things we can't control, I think being able to protect our brain as much as we possibly can and address these free radical damaging cells that get into our body, I think the better we're going to be. And, I search out things. I mean, I'm a big believer in ginkgo biloba and vinpocetine and huperzine and all those wonderful things. But I think that the astaxanthin opens the door, not only for itself, but for the nutrients that can make a dramatic difference in the body and helps to support in a supporting role as well to get the nutrients where they need to go. So I feel more at ease in many parts of my body, inflammation in general. But as far as the brain, to me, it's just kind of no pun intended, no-brainer.
No-brainer. You're listening to Dr. Jeffrey Burke. Dr. Burke is, of course, he's an educator for Algalife, A-L-G-A, Life. Go to algalifeusa.com, a very interesting company, Icelandic company, and they make astaxanthin. And, well, that's a good idea that they do, and that they do it there. And Dr. Burke has his own, he's also a talk show host. Visit his website, radiowithjeff.com. And we're going to talk more about astaxanthin. I came across another article dealing with carotenoids generally. The title of the article, Carotenoids and DNA Damage. Turns out that these carotenoids, astaxanthin being one of them, lycopene, lutein, zeaxanthin is another. These carotenoids, and astaxanthin in particular, are among the best known antioxidant phytochemicals. Yet another gift from the plants. 877-897-8255. That's a toll-free number. Call anytime you want. And you are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, coast to coast, including Hawaii.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Astaxanthin. Well, astaxanthin, as I mentioned earlier, and so has Dr. Burke, my guest today, it's a carotenoid. And where do you find it? You'll find it in microalgae, fungi, complex plants, seafood, quail, and flamingos. So if you're not serving up any flamingos tonight for dinner, you might want to consider, or having quail, you might want to eat some seafood that has it, or if you don't like seafood, then you have Algalife that makes a wonderful astaxanthin supplement. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dr. Burke, Jeffrey Burke is my guest. We have a caller from Oldsmar, Florida. Bruce, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to have you on.
Yeah, hi, Dr. Garko. This is Bruce again. I've called in before. I'd like to say hi to you and Dr. Burke.
Thank you.
Program.
We appreciate that.
That's funny about the flamingos. Nice tie-in since they just got all that whole flock down in Sunken Gardens.
Go ahead.
I think I'll go down there and start getting some apples.
No, don't go get arrested and hunt the flamingos at Sunken Gardens, please.
That's funny.
I don't want to see you on the news.
Well, anyway, my question for Dr. Burke is, I have to agree with him about losing memory, through dementia or Alzheimer's would probably be one of the worst things you could, get as you age. Is there any research with astaxanthin regarding blood sugar control? Because right now in the literature, I've seen some references back to 2005 that they're starting to call Alzheimer's diabetes 3. Okay, so I was wondering if astaxanthin would help with blood sugar control, basically.
It's interesting. Go ahead, Dr. Burke.
Well, the one thing you have to remember about astaxanthin is it is a anti-inflammatory. And with blood sugar, blood pressure, skin problems, digestive problems, most of us today are living in a plethora of inflammation, systemic inflammation running through the body. And that's why, I'm a big believer in the Mediterranean diet, which is an anti-inflammatory diet. So I would look at it this way, and I think I would approach it from the angle as we are able to reduce inflammation, we take the stress and strain off our pancreas, which will take the stress and strain off our body being in a diabetic situation. So diabetes is in my family, and I become a big believer of the idea of using astaxanthin, but using it indirectly to reduce inflammation, thereby taking the stress and strain off the blood sugar imbalance. So, it would be one of the things that I would recommend, primarily because of the anti-inflammatory factors, of which it's very strong.
Now, there's some science, some studies that have been done to your question, to Dr. Burke's clear point, and your question, Bruce, on PubMed. I'll just read some titles to you. These are experiments now with lab animals, with mice and rats. But there was an intervention study in obese mice with astaxanthin and the effects on insulin signaling and pro-inflammatory cytokines. I see another study, anticoagulatory and anti-inflammatory effects of astaxanthin in diabetic rats. Another study right at the top, astaxanthin reduces type 2 diabetic-associated cognitive decline, and so on. So there is research that connects astaxanthin to blood glucose, insulin issues, diabetes. So Dr. Burke is right on point. There are many other studies. I'm just giving you some examples.
Yeah, I appreciate you answering the question because it does look like a wonderful supplement. But,
it's
like
great.
you said, you can't take everything, so you might as well get the best products that you can take right away.
Yeah, and, the contribution, when you look, you can't make health claims, and I'm very careful about that, but when you look at the science speaks for itself, and, it, generally your health, can improve, generally speaking, with this compound. At least the science seems to strongly indicate that. Here's another. Astaxanthin protects beta cells against glucose toxicity. You get the point. So your intuition to ask that question was was very good. It was on point.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Always a great show. I'll let you guys go.
Thanks a lot. Thank you for listening. So, yeah, blood, lately, Dr. Burke, as you well know, blood glucose and insulin, that theme is now pretty dominant in dominating conversations in the world of health generally, even traditional health, and especially in natural health and nutrition. And it's now being, you have all sorts of compounds talking about managing blood glucose and insulin levels, because if you can do that, you're going to have better quality of life, longevity. You know the theme. That's very popular these days, isn't it?
I think it really is, and popularity due to the fact of necessity and desperation.
Yes.
I think that we're approaching things a little bit differently these days, and I think a lot of us have been sweeping things under the carpet for a long time, and we've all had these little molehill situations of ill health, and when you finally decide that, oh my goodness, I guess it is truly affecting me, they're monumental at that point. We're now standing in front of mountains and oxidative stress and inflammatory disease, and our body just being overloaded and taxed and burnt out. And I tell people all the time, our bodies are like the savings account, and you either put a little bit of the good stuff in along the way, but just because you have checks doesn't mean that there's anything good enough left in the account to write a check. And most of us are in a negative situation. We are walking around overfed, malnutritioned, and burnt out and run down. And it's not to say that we can't rebuild these parts of our body and bring about better health again. It's just the journey gets more difficult as we get older.
Yeah, you may be writing diet and lifestyle checks that biologically your body can't cash. So, you get yourself into a lot of trouble.
Sure.
I think that the theme of inflammation, too, which is an overarching theme, and it connects you to all chronic diseases. It's a nice, convenient theme for a producer and a host of a health talk show, as you know, because it just gives you so many degrees of rhetorical freedom to go a lot of different places. But managing inflammation, that has to be one of the most important health strategies that a person can engage in throughout the lifespan. Wouldn't you agree?
I absolutely agree. And when you remove the triggers for the inflammation, and I kind of equate it to when you're driving your car, and you're listening to music that you love, and you're out in the middle of an open freeway, and there's nobody there, and your foot is pressing down a little harder on the accelerator. I equate that to when our inflammatory levels are a little bit higher in the body. We're pushing the accelerator and living a more anti-inflammatory diet. We let up on the accelerator.
Right.
We reduce that free running around of inflammation, and it takes the stress and strain off everything that it's causing to become maximum on their intensity to our body. It just takes off the stress, and our body is able to regroup.
Right. It's great. You're absolutely right. And Dr. Burke referenced the Mediterranean diet. That's what I've been eating since I was a child. I'm all for it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray with a minute of important health news. One of my all-time favorite natural products is a special extract of licorice known as DGL. DGL is short for deglycyrrhizated licorice, but I tell my patients that it stands for darn good licorice. DGL is made by removing the compound in licorice that can raise blood pressure in some people. Double-blind clinical studies have shown DGL is quite useful in healing stomach and intestinal ulcers. In fact, in head-to-head studies, it has actually outperformed popular anti-ulcer drugs. But rather than inhibit the release of stomach acid, DGL stimulates the normal defense mechanisms that prevent ulcer formation and promote healing. Clinical studies have not only shown DGL to be extremely effective, but also that it is completely without side effects. Clearly, DGL is a better choice.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA-certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Energy, energy, and more energy. Everyone needs it. But did you know you can get the energy you need quick through the powers of wild forest extracts? Wild chaga and birch bark were a secret source of energy and power for Russian athletes years ago, making them unbeatable. Now you too can experience real energy and power like you never dreamed possible. Wild chaga is the world's top source of SOD, superoxide dismutase, that critical enzyme that blocks the aging process and keeps your cells healthy. Wild birch extract is the world's top source of betulin, a natural sterol needed by every cell of the body. And healthy cells mean a healthy you, and a more powerful one too. Chaga birch bark is also good for your heart, healthy cholesterol, and even helps build healthy arteries. No wonder it's known as the king of all herbs. So take your Chaga Charge tea with wild birch bark every day and Chaga Max capsules from North American Herb and Spice and get that maximum energy you need. Also available in liquid as Chago Power Drops. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natrol, Own Your Health, Algalife, Algae for Life, NeoCell, the true science of collagen, CV Sciences, from seed to shelf, New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. Earlier, I was reporting on how fructose alters the genes in your brain. And then, which is not good. But there was some good news to that story. And the good news was that the DHA that they used in the experiment, the docosahexaenoic acid, that long-chain essential fatty acid, moderated the effects of the fructose on the neurons. So there's some good news there. So keep taking your fish oil, right? Your DHA. But here's the question. According to the Department of Agriculture, what is the estimated amount that Americans consume on average of high fructose corn syrup? Wow. Is it 17 pounds a year, 27 pounds, or 37 pounds? What is the average consumption of high fructose corn syrup of Americans? 17, 27, or 37 pounds? 877-897-8255 is a toll-free number, 877-897-TALK. Let's go to Marietta, Georgia. Al, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Well, hello, Dr. Kako. Thank you for taking my call again.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Now, the question is, I've read in Neurology Now, a magazine, a journal that I subscribe to, that vitamin D3 is very effective in holding back the progress of dementia and Alzheimer's, as well as Parkinson's and MS. Now, having said that, vitamin D may not be effective for people who have compromised liver and kidney problems, because some of the receptors may be damaged and it probably couldn't be absorbed.
So you're saying that people with liver disease
and kidney problems cannot absorb vitamin D effectively.
Do you, Dr. Burke, have a comment about that or an observation?
I have had a study just recently that said that our absorbability of our vitamin D can be impaired or suppressed a little bit of the absorbability when there are liver and kidney, situations where they are not up to their full capacity.
Yeah.
But I do not think that it would inhibit the complete absorbability of vitamin D.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you worry about?
I would still feel that I would be getting a good amount.
Mm-hmm. What do you generally? What do you? I'm not going to ask you to make a medical claim or recommendation, but based on the literature, what is the range that these experts are recommending in terms of a dosage of vitamin D3 IUs a day?
Anywhere from.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to say anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000.
Exactly.
Hold on a second, Al. Go ahead, Jeff.
I'm sorry.
What I was reading was anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 units a day.
Do you take vitamin D3, Al?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you have any issues with your kidneys or your liver?
No, nothing at all. But I'm 80 years old, and I'm hoping that when I kick the bucket, I'm still able to remember what I did when I was 10.
I see. So you too are concerned about memory as you age.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Doctor. I guess what Dr. Burke said when I asked him that question. What concerned him the most? If not dying from an accident or catastrophic event, what worries him the most? And he said not being able to remember, and that apparently resonated with a lot of people out there.
Yeah, I've seen people with Alzheimer's, and believe me, it's not a very pleasant sight.
No, it's not. It's not pleasant. It's difficult on the person experiencing it and the caregivers and the family. It's dreadful. It's just so dreadful. But thank you. Always appreciate your questions. We're in Atlanta, Georgia. I mentioned that to you.
Yes, but
you don't pick it up in Marietta.
I don't pick it up in Marietta. I think it's either the station's weak or it's not directed in our area.
Mm-hmm. But you catch me on the internet, so it's good. All good.
Good.
All right, good. Al, thank you so much, and congratulations on making it to 80 and good health. We celebrate that. Good deal.
Thank you.
Good job. Let's go to Nicosa, Wisconsin, and Barbara. Barbara, welcome to the show.
Welcome, yes.
How are
Thank you? I was going to take a guess.
Okay, I'm going to help you out. It's not as bad as you think, okay? Not as bad, but how many pounds? So think about your answer. It's not as bad, but it's not good either.
Oh, 27 pounds?
There you go. Congratulations. Yeah, we do this not to trick people. We want you to win. We want you to get.
Yeah, I was thinking, I know, because a lot of people do have a lot of that fructose. And
they sure do. Let me ask you the same question I asked Dr. Burke. What concerns you the most about getting sick? What do you worry about the most?
Probably about the same thing, getting Alzheimer's or dementia, not remembering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. It sort of dehumanizes a person. It takes away the essence of who they are and who we knew them to be and so on. And
Another one would be like diabetes, too. I know I have a lot of that in the family, and I worry about getting that.
Do you? Well, you watch your diet. You try to eat properly. If you listen to the show, we talk a lot about how to use diet and lifestyle to prevent some of these chronic diseases, or at least delay their onset and whatnot. Dr. Burke alluded to the Mediterranean diet earlier. I've been eating that. My mother, was from the Mediterranean area, from Italy. So that's what I've been eating since I was a child, and that's what I know, and that's what I love to eat. Fortunately for me, I got lucky. But that's a healthy way to eat. Just watch your sugar content. Stay away from those processed foods, Barbara. You know what the routine is.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations! You won a $25 supplement gift card. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate your listenership. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Burke. We appreciate you. I always enjoy the conversations with you. I know that you bring a nice sense of reason and informed reason and passion to the conversation, and I know the listeners and the viewers of the show appreciate it as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Garko.
Algalife, go to algalifeusa.com and get their astaxanthin sold in fine health stores. You'll be able to find, if they don't carry it, ask them to. That they make a great astaxanthin. Visit their website, learn more about the company, learn more about how they manufacture this product, and and get it to you. It's a terrific astaxanthin product. Algalife, algalifeusa.com. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thank you for tuning in today. We appreciate it. Remember, your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you.